Someone just walked in on me in my hotel room. Yep, that just happened. And that made me think this is the perfect opportunity to talk to you about safety and security when you're in your hotel room when you travel. Now, for some background information, I always keep a do not disturb sign on my hotel room door to let anybody that's in service or anything to know that I am not to be disturbed. Because like now, sometimes I'm filming or, just doing work, changing, whatever, that I don't want to be disturbed. So that should have been a sign for someone to not enter my room. So a little flag went off there. The other thing is I just left my room to go somewhere, but I'd forgotten something. So I came back, and when I was in my room, I'm kind of rummaging, trying to find what I wanted to have. My door opened and a woman walked into my room, and I was taken aback and startled, and she looked a little bit surprised to see me here, and she said she was there to collect the trash. Now, I just had my room cleaned. I don't think there was a reason to be collecting my trash. Everything seemed like it was supposed to be. So that set off some flags for me right away. Immediately, I felt like uneasy, and I immediately reported this to the hotel manager. Number one, I wanted him to be able to know it happened right now. The cleaning staff is here. There's someone on that staff. He asked for a person's name. I didn't know it. Because I was so stunned, I didn't look at her name badge, and I just gave him a brief description of what she looked like. They were able to go and kind of remedy the situation and then call me back later to tell me she was someone who was new and, didn't know the rules. Okay, whatever. However, make sure you do tell the hotel staff and the manager because again, remedying it, but I wanted to know, was there something they could compensate me with? And they were able to compensate me with something that made me feel a little bit better. But as far as safety and security goes, there are a couple of things that you can do that are going to make you feel a little bit more secure when you're traveling out and about, especially if you're like me and you travel alone and by yourself a lot. The number one thing is to bring something like this. This is a special door lock. It is all metal, so that way I know it's not plastic and going to break. It has a couple different slots in here, a larger one and a smaller one. So for residential and something like a hotel room that it fits into their little latch slots easily. And this is up against the door. It's just a nice safety thing to have. So when I'm in my room, especially at night when I'm sleeping, this is going to give me a sense of security. There have been people who have been burglarized and robbed while they've been in their room sleeping at night. This is going to be able to keep anyone from entering my room while I'm in here doing work, filming, or sleeping. Now, this time I had left the room and I just come back. I'm not going to want to jimmy this whole thing in the door to be in here for 30 seconds to a minute. They do make, most hotel rooms have a little lock or a block on the door so that you can flip that open and it prevents the door from being open completely. Just kind of a little safety measure that if you're getting dressed even and your kid wants to come in or your husband and you're kind of getting dressed, it just kind of blocks the door to let them know, don't come in, I need some privacy, but also as a little bit of a safety. So if you don't have something like this to bring with you, you can always have something like that. That'll be a little bit better than nothing, but keep that on your door, even if you're just coming back to your room for just a few minutes. Another thing you can do is to bring a doorstop. A simple dollar store doorstop works great, especially if there's carpeting on the floor. It gives it enough friction that nobody can just open that door easily. And if it's on tile, it may or may not work. You just kind of have to try it. If it's a real rubber one, it should work fine, but if it's a cheap plastic one, it may not work as well. You just have to try it at home and see if that's something you can bring along. They're inexpensive and a great thing to have to help you keep that door blocked from anyone opening it. Many hotel room doors have a peephole and some have a cover, but if yours does not, you want to make sure you cover it up. And you can use anything from a Post-it note to tape or even a Band-Aid to ensure your privacy. One of the things that I don't think about that often when I'm going to a hotel is where are the stairs and the emergency exits? But the other night when I was sleeping, I woke up to the smell of heavy smoke and I thought my hotel was on fire, but it was actually just fires from the area just bringing so much smoke into the area. It was in the air conditioning. It was horrible. But it made me think, I don't know where the stairs are for me to evacuate this building. And as I went out of my room and looked left and right, I didn't see any exit signs or anything. However, there's always a plaque on your door that shows you the exit routes for an emergency. Make sure you take a look at that and at least you know where the stairs are, because sometimes those elevators may not be working. And if you're on a higher level floor, you're going to have to climb your way down to get out of the building. Another safety and security thing you can do is bring some sort of camera with you. And for me, I don't bring a camera, but all of us probably have that extra camera, and that's an old phone. So if you have an old phone, all you have to do is make sure that you can get onto Wi-Fi. And I download this app called Alfred, and I put it on the old phone and on my personal phone. And that allows me to use that old phone as a camera in my room so I can see if there's movement or what's going on. It's really great if you have pets or kids and you just need to step out for a second to get ice or whatever. It has a camera in the room just to let you keep an eye on things when you're not available. Some people like to put an alarm on the door or something like that, but I had an incident in India where someone put an alarm on their door and they were in there taking a shower or something, I don't know, but the alarm went off. It was late at night. It woke everybody up around because the walls weren't that thick, and it made all of us panic. Well, by the time they had gotten out of the shower and got to their alarm, which was literally like probably a minute, it was something that I couldn't go back to sleep then. And I don't want to do that to someone else. I figure if it's an alarm, you know, it could wake a lot of other people up, or during the day, wake a baby up or something like that. So I'm not a big fan of those, but if that makes you feel comfortable, if that's something you want to have, feel free to use that. All right, I know there are a lot of travelers out there who have some great ideas for how to have personal safety when you're in your hotel room. Could you do me a favor and leave me a comment down there? Because I think all of us would like to know how to stay a little bit safer when we're on our travel adventures. Well, I want to thank you for watching. And if you like this video, do me a favor and give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more travel gear and hacks videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because I put a wacky travel video out almost every week. Well, I got to get back to my travel adventures, so until the next time, remember to juice life, drink the joy, keep life simple, keep yourself safe on your travel adventures. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.